Hi, I'm Lissa Coffey with Coffee Talk, and I'm here with Britt Griffith from Ghost Hunters International.
And Ghost Hunters, both series.
Both?
I'm on both series. I'm one of the unique members that gets to go back and forth.
You are one of the lucky ones that has 2 series on the air.
Yeah, and I get to travel the country and the world chasing ghosts.
Wow.
Who would have thunk that would have ever happened?
Wow. How did this come about? How do you, I mean, when you were a little boy, did you say, I want to be a professional ghost hunter?
No. No,
happen?
I still am trying to figure out how I ended up on TV chasing ghosts. It's like, wow, how'd this happen? Basically, my parents owned a house when I was like 16, 17, 18 that was active. It had all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Of course, at the time that I was experiencing that, along with my brother and my stepbrother, we didn't tell our parents anything because they think we were getting into their alcohol or something, so we kept it real quiet, you know. So, but it turns out about 4 years later, 5 years later, after they had moved out of that house, came up at Thanksgiving dinner and said, you know, remember that house on Pinewood? Did anybody have any weird experiences? Turns out my parents had experiences. Turns out the people that owned the house before had experiences. The people afterwards had. So there's something up with that house.
Yeah.
So that's what got me into it. But when I turned 18, I don't know about you, but I knew everything. So I moved out. And then it became rent, girls, and beer. Sometimes it was rent, beer, and girls. The beer and girls was interchangeable, but basically I got away from it. And then in 2003-ish, I met a buddy who was part of an organized ghost hunting team. We were telling ghost stories. He's like, hey, why don't you come join my group? I was like, yeah, that'd be fun. So, and then from 2003 forward, I've been doing this in an organized fashion. And then I met Jason and Gret at an event like this, what we're here with Chip Coffee, you know, a paranormal event. Became friends with them, and one day they called and said, hey, do you want to come out to a case that we're doing? We need some help. And I said, yeah.
Wow.
And that's the rest is history. I never left.
So is this something that people can learn how to do? Can
Absolutely.
they study for it?
Absolutely. Well, it's mostly on-the-job training. Going to events, paranormal type events where they have lecturers, people that have been doing this for a long time. One particular company, Beyond Reality Events, they bring in demonologists and people who have been investigating the paranormal all their life, and they lecture and they kind of give you their pointers, their tips, what they've learned, what they've tried, and then at night we'll go ghost hunt, and we'll then show them what we taught them during the day. Mm-hmm. So this is definitely something you can learn to do. The other way to do it is find a local group and just join it as an investigator in training, and they will bring you up. The one neat thing about this field is that it is all self-driven for the most part. You're not going to get rich off this. As a matter of fact, this is a very expensive hobby.
Yeah.
I got like $60,000 of equipment in my garage.
Wow.
And that's not counting what's on the show, Ghost Hunters.
Wow.
You know, that's just my personal equipment.
But it's a passion, and I could see that people who do this are really passionate about it.
Exactly. Unfortunately, that's a double-edged sword, because some people want a place to be haunted so bad, or they want something to be paranormal so bad that they will look past the natural explanations of it. And then they'll take that piece of evidence and then they'll put it back out on the internet as being, here's some paranormal activity, when in reality it's not.
I see.
You know, but they want to believe it so bad. The other bad part about it is that you never want to go to a client with a piece of evidence that's not paranormal activity, but you go to them and you say, this is paranormal activity, you got a demon in your basement, when in reality it's just a heater kicking on, but you didn't take the time to try and figure it out. That's the downside of the passion. You got to be passionate about it, but also be willing to accept, you know, after you professional.
Yeah.
But to be able to accept that, you know, you find something, you're looking at it and you're working it, and you spend months going back, investigating, got time, money, blood, sweat, and energy into it, and at the end you figure out, oh, it's just a natural cause. Right. You got to be able to accept that.
Right. Now, because technology has improved so much, has that made your ghost hunting easier? Like, do you have better tools to be able to register or read things?
We have better tools. The technology is helping us document some really crazy stuff. But it seems like every time we get a piece of evidence that answers a question, it spawns 15 more questions. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But we are finding, working with, I have a good friend, Andy Kopak. He's a quantum physicist engineer specializing in laser photonics and biomedics. And he has made these full spectrum cameras that drop down. The human eye stops seeing at 400 nanometers. His camera drops down to about 150 nanometers. It goes to the deepest into the UV range, more than anything except for what the government owns. And the stuff that he's documenting is just mind-blowing, mind-blowing. And yeah, so we're getting new evidence, or we're getting new equipment, more expensive equipment, and it's getting to the point where we're starting to, I think we're going to find some answers out.
Cool.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the ghosts are our spirits not crossing over properly. I mean, it could be something living outside of our vision of light. It could be something living, in the UV range. It could be another
Lots of explanation.
Yeah, or it could be aliens. Who knows? But I've experienced stuff I cannot explain.
What do you think our odds are tonight of finding something in the Millennium Biltmore?
This place has a history about it. I was born and raised here in California, Southern California in particular. Since I was a little kid, I've heard about this place being haunted. Lots of reports over a long period of time by multiple different people. That's what we look for in a haunted place, that the span of activity is over a lot of different people. And this place has that history. Up until recently, I mean, there's stories of people saying, I saw something 2 days ago here. So this has a high probability of being fun tonight.
I'm excited.
Are you going to scream?
No.
Okay, good.
I love this.
Is she going to scream?
I'll be giddy. I might
Maybe.
giggle.
You giggle? Well, that's after that when we're drinking the bubbly.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a good time. Cool. And Chip Coffey is phenomenal. He has this.
I love Chip.
Chip Coffey is like this beacon of almost like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. That whole character where once she started talking, they all came.
Yeah.
That's what
they love him.
Yeah, that's what
we love
what
him.
happens.
They love him.
Yeah, he's loved all the way around.
Great.
He gets a lot of love.
That's good. He deserves it.
I'm jealous.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.